It's Sunday, November 14th, 1965. U.S. combat troops have been in South Vietnam for just 8 months. Army Lieutenant Colonel Hal Moore and his battalion have their orders. Seek out and kill communist forces here in the Central Highlands.
I had very little information on the enemy, very little intelligence information. But I knew that the enemy had been retreating into the Drang Valley.
Colonel Moore's foray into the Drang River Valley will ramp up U.S. involvement in Vietnam and set the stage for years of bloody conflict. Moore and 80 of his soldiers land here in a clearing the size of a football field, codenamed Landing Zone X-Ray. These helicopters can only bring in one company at a time. The enemy is nowhere to be seen, but Moore grows uneasy.
The what if that I was really fearful of is if we would make heavy contact before I had all my troops in.
Tall trees and thick undergrowth known as elephant grass can easily hide enemy snipers. The choppers head back to base to pick up the next company of soldiers. Soon after, some of Moore's infantrymen capture a young North Vietnamese soldier. Through an interpreter, this frightened prisoner delivers some unexpected and chilling news.
He told us that there were 3 battalions, that's over 1,500 enemy, North Vietnamese, and they wanted very much to kill Americans but hadn't found any.
If true, the enemy force outnumbers Moore's men 15-1. So far, U.S. forces have mainly fought small units of Viet Cong, or VC guerrilla fighters, not the regular army. Taking on the highly trained and well-armed North Vietnamese Army, or NVA, would raise the stakes dramatically for the U.S. The soldiers ask their prisoner where his comrades are hiding.
He pointed to this mountain and said, right there. Well, we landed right at the base of that mountain. So we were just no more than 500 yards from where the North Vietnamese were encamped.
The helicopters return, depositing nearly 100 additional soldiers. Now, 175 Americans stand ready to fight. Suddenly, rifle fire echoes from the base of the mountain. Armed primarily with AK-47 rifles, North Vietnamese soldiers attack the western edge of the landing zone.
My worst fears were realized, that we were in a heavy firefight before all my troops were in.
29-year-old Captain Tony Nadal readies his men for battle.
I could tell this is got to be for real. You know, I've been looking for a war and I just found it.